Right, this is an half-hour drive about. So what I'm going to do is just chin wag whilst we're going the other way today. So this way is the way into town, and I always go this way when I'm going into Oban. So I'll just have a chat while I'm doing it. We're going to see what the roads are like. It is now nearly 6:30. I've got something going on at 7:30, so I am going to see something at the Corran Halls, and it's a guy called David Wilson, and he's a criminologist or something like that, and he's got another guy with him, and they're doing a talk, and it's called the Tartan Noir tour, and they're both Scottish guys, and they talk about unresolved crimes in Scotland. That's all I know. There'll be books for sale, so I'll probably come back with a book, but I thought it'll be interesting, so I'm just chatting away while we drive. So just to the right here is Oban Airport. It's only a small one. It's a little private airport. So you get the Hebridean Airlines go there, and what they do is they bring the children in from the islands when they start at senior school, and they bring them over to Oban, and then they spend Monday to Friday in a hostel, and then they go home at weekends. That's usually the way it goes. Now, I did say last time they're having problems with the ferries, which is a problem as well, because for the children that live on the other islands out of the way, that they could easily get stranded in Oban on the mainland, away from the family. I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, because the children start at senior school at 11-year-old, and that's when they start going away from home for 5 days, and it's all paid for by the government, so it's all funded. But what would it be like for some children to be away for 5 days a week? I should imagine it's quite hard for some children, and then they go home at weekends, so it's almost like you don't see your child for 5 years. So we've just gone over Connell Bridge there. So if I carried on down this road, it would just take you straight into Oban on the main road. But what I'm going to do is take you on the back road, because you know that I love all the back roads. I love the houses, I love the drive. It's so nice because you feel like you've got the whole world to yourself usually now. It's very bumpy at the minute. But at the moment, there's quite a few cars around, but it is 6:30, so these will be coming home from work, I bet. So it looks like it's quite busy. So there's a caravan there that you didn't see to the left. A family lived in it for about 6 weeks, and I don't know if they were waiting to be housed or whatever, but it looked like a camp, and they've cleared it all up now, but the van's still there, so I don't know if they've been housed and they were just living in it temporary. But it's basically an illegal, well, it's not illegal spot, because if it was, they'd have been moved a long time ago. But there's all kinds of things goes on in Scotland. I absolutely love this road. I've got someone coming up behind me, which is a pain, because normally this road I can feel like I've got it all to myself. So I don't know where these people are going, but this goes into Oban on the back road. This is the road I was telling you about that gets loads of potholes in it as well, and it's just one single track road. So if you want to do a Highland clearance, this is how you do it, isn't it? You just make this road inaccessible, and all the people can't get home. And I think that's part of the plan. But anyway, I'm going to do some controversial posts because I've had enough now. But I'll save it for another time, because this is my evening drive. Earlier on, I downloaded an app called Too Good to Throw or something like that, or Too Good to Go. And it's a food app that you can put on your phone. And it's linked to certain places. Now, in where I live, they've got Costa Coffee and Aldi that are linked to it. So what they do is the things that don't sell by the end of the day, they usually bin them. But with this app, what they do is they put the leftover foods into a box, and you pay £3.30 and you get a surprise box of food. Now, we don't know what we're going to get, so I'm going to do a vlog about that, just a very quick one, and I'll show you what I get when I get there. So I've already paid for it. Like I said, £3.30, and you get a mixture of pastries, meat, veg, fruit. You don't know what you're getting, but it's stuff that they have to throw away, and so it's probably going out of date today or tomorrow, but you can still freeze stuff like that. So I'm actually quite excited because it's a goodie bag. It's like getting a present at Christmas and you don't know what's in it. It's kind of like that. It could be absolutely anything. I've been at work all day and I'm not really in the mood for going out because I've had a long day today and I feel tired. But the event that I'm going to is a 2-hour event, and it's so interesting that I can't miss it, so I'm going regardless. But look at the countryside round here, and it's just beautiful. And you see what I mean about the hills, like dipping up and down, and the road's not too bad at the moment. They've obviously gone around and bodged the potholes, although I have seen a few little ones starting again. But like I said before, if you're going to do a pothole, fix them properly, innit? Why do people bodge stuff? That's like an hole in a wall getting fixed with newspaper and then blue tack on top of it or something stupid like that. That's not how you fix things. And when you fix something, it should stay fixed. I can't believe the sun's shining for once. I've got loads of seeds on the go in my van, but they have hardly sprouted because it is so cold, so dark. This part of road's awful. Oh, that's not nice. I'm going for some petrol as well. I'm going to put a tenner in. I don't know how far it'll get me now because it's going up and up and up, and I've noticed that in general things have gone very quiet. Now bear in mind that I live in a tourist town. I should be seeing a lot of traffic everywhere, and I can hear the traffic on the road outside where I work, and it just seems quieter. So less people are going on holiday in general. I've been speaking to some friends that I know on Facebook who work in tourism. I worked in a place once and I met a load of people there. They're all lovely, and we kept in touch, some of us, and some of them have moved on to other tourist places, and they're all saying the same, that the numbers of holiday makers are a lot less this year, and it's noticeable. Very quiet, and I feel really sad because I'm surrounded by beautiful places, and some of these places have put a lot of money into them, and there's an holiday park not far from us, and they've just spent a fortune doing it all up, putting like new pods in, like caravan type things, and they've spent a lot of money on it. And if they lose all their custom, what's that going to do to them? I like to see people thriving, and one thing that I love about being here is I'm surrounded by people with money, and I love that because you can look up to them and see what do they do, how do they do it. And I'm inspired by successful people. But what they, oh no, don't, because I'm going to start going on. political, I'll leave that for another one. In fact, I might do a live video and you can join in with me and we'll have a right good moan about what's going on. Yeah, let's just get it all out of the system. So my book, I am not even selling it. I don't know why no one's buying my book, because I've been advertising it, marketing it, talking about it everywhere, and I'm just not getting any sales. I don't know what's going on. Now, it's quite funny because sometimes in life, right, you make a massive effort to do something and then you just get so disheartened and think, what's the point? That you give up, don't you? And you just give up. You think there's no point, is there, if it's not going to go nowhere? But I'm not doing that. So what I've decided to do is just allow whatever it is to happen is going to happen, and that's it. And I'm not going to put any pressure on myself. If the book doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. I know it's a good book, and I wrote it over 5 months. I've got caught behind the cyclist. They've seen me, so they've sped up a tiny bit. Are they going to let me past? Yes or no? Now I've got people behind me. It's alright. No, it was going to... Oh. Right, now we've got loads of people now. I've got people coming up behind me and... Oh no, they're going the other way. Good. They're going straight on the other way, which leads to Tinnelt. So that turn off there went straight to Tinnelt, and that's a lovely drive down there. But I've got somebody coming up behind me, and it's a van, which means he will be riding my backside, guaranteed. But what a beautiful evening this is. Look, isn't it absolutely gorgeous? And if I went into town on the main road, it'd take me about 20 minutes. This takes about 30 minutes. But it's a lot more scenic, and like I said, I find drives like this very therapeutic, because it's not a stressful drive usually. It's quite chilled out, and it's just a beautiful place. So we're coming up towards a place called Glencruton Woods. Oh, and there's an hotel here. Oh my gosh. Now, I promised myself I would treat myself to something special for doing my book. But now I think I'm going to hold it on until I get some sales coming in, because this place that I want to go to here is called Glencruton Hotel. Woo! We're going uphill, that's why. Uphill and speeding around corners. So this is it here, Glencruton Woods, sorry. And you can't see it because I'm driving, but that house is absolutely, oh my god, it is so stunning. And it is literally, it's like a gothic mansion, and it's a 5-star hotel. Oh, this is great, isn't it? And what I love about it is that it's all steeped in myths and legends, and my first book was about them, all the fairy stories that I did, and that place is just full of it. So I promised myself I would go there, but I want to go with a big celebration, because they allow you to do vlogs in there, you're allowed to advertise in there, but I want it to be a celebration. If you're just going to sell 5 books, then I'm not going to spend all that money on a meal, because I think afternoon tea in there is something like £45 for a slice of cake and a cup of tea, right? That's how nice that place is. But you are allowed to film in there, and that is what I was going to do with it. Unfortunately, I am my own best friend, which means I do everything on my own, which is quite sad sometimes, because for something like that it would have been nice to share the experience with someone, and I would have really enjoyed somebody's company, but it's got to be the right company, and I don't know anyone, so I would be going on my own. So we're nearly in Oban, but we're coming round to Glencruton Golf Course. So that is just round here somewhere. I came here once to do the bingo night, and I won a line. So the golf course is on both sides of this road. You cross over to go to the... Ooh! I need to put something on here. I need a proper camera and everything as well because it's annoying. Yeah. Put it on there. So bumpy this road. So we're going down here now and it goes 30, 40, no 30 then 20. They're putting 20s on everywhere, so right, so we're going down here. I need to fix that. I need to put some blue tack on the bottom of that. So there's some flats just on to right here. So this is called Glen Cruton. The golf course is just here in a moment onto the left. The clubhouse there, I don't think you can see it. We're going down into a 20 zone because we've got a built up area. What I'm going to do is go down to Aldi first and get that box and see what's in it, and then I'm going to go and get some petrol, and then I'm going to go to the event, and that event will finish at 9:30 and I will be home for about 10. Now luckily I am off for the next 2 days because we're doing 4 on 2 off, and it's fallen at the right time. So the next 2 days it'd be nice to get some nice weather so I could do some garden, and I want to play with the baby's new stroller because I've got a stroller for babies, and I'm taking Bonnie Girl to vets tomorrow because she's got a sore paw, the little thing, and it's really upsetting watching her because she's just struggling to walk. I don't know if it's a leg or a paw, but we'll find out tomorrow. So we're now into the estate, but what I'm going to do is turn here. You can go straight into the estate over there. This one's coming out of it already, so this one is all flats on the left, and then you've got some stores on the right and a petrol station here. But when I get to the bottom, I'm going to turn off to the left towards Aldi. Go down here. Now, very quiet. See, we're in town, and it's 20 to 7 or whatever, I don't know what time it is, and I think it's still school holidays, but there's no one about really. Very quiet, very, very quiet indeed. Right, so to the left there you won't see it again, but that is the school, and that's called Oban High School. Oh dear me, it's been a long day. It'd have been better if that event was on tomorrow because I'd have been off all day anyway. I'd have had time to rest and stuff, but when you've been at work all day then you're going out for evening, this is why I'm not sociable, because I can't be bothered. I've got no choice. Right, we're at Aldi now. Let's go and find out what I get in the surprise box. Park where? Here. Let's go down to here into there. Right. Right, I'm going to get off and I will be back soon and we'll find out what I got.